Imagine this. Before you go to sleep, you pull up an app, scroll through a menu, and select your dream for the night. Do you want an adventure through a fantastical forest to boost your creativity? Or maybe a relaxing beach scene to lower your stress levels? It sounds like science fiction, but what if I told you we're on the brink of making it a reality? This isn't just about lucid dreaming anymore. We're talking about actively engineering our dreams with technology to improve our waking lives. Today, we're diving deep into the world of sleep tech to ask a profound question. Can we, and sold, we become the architects of our own dreams? The fascination with controlling our dreams has been around for centuries, but now, technology is catching up. We are seeing a surge in devices and apps that promise to do more than just track our sleep. They claim to influence it. From headbands that play specific sounds during REM sleep to apps that use targeted vibrations, the goal is to guide our subconscious narratives. The core idea is simple. If our dreams can affect our mood, our creativity, and even our ability to solve problems when we wake up, then why not steer those dreams toward a more positive and productive direction? This is the new frontier of personal wellness, where the mind's final, untamed wilderness hour dreamscape is about to be explored. We're going to look at the science behind it, the potential benefits, and the very real ethical questions it raises. So, how exactly could a piece of tech influence something as complex and personal as a dream? It all comes down to understanding the science of our sleeping brain, particularly during the REM, or rapid eye movement, stage. This is when most of our vivid dreaming occurs. Our brains are highly active, almost as if we're awake, but our bodies are. It's during this unique state that our minds are surprisingly receptive to external stimuli. Researchers are exploring how specific sensory inputs, like sounds, light patterns, or even subtle temperature changes, can be introduced without waking us up. For example, think about how the sound of a distant siren might weave itself into your dream as a police car chase. Sleep tech aims to harness this phenomenon with precision. The theory is that by playing specific audio frequencies or carefully crafted soundscapes, we can nudge the brain towards certain themes or emotions. Some studies are looking at pink noise, a type of sound that's been shown to deepen sleep, and wonder if layering other auditory cues on top could influence dream content. For instance, the sound of gentle waves might encourage a dream about the ocean, which for many people is associated with calmness and tranquility. The connection between our dreams and our waking life is well documented. If you go to bed stressed about a work project, you're more likely to have an anxiety-filled dream. Conversely, a positive, empowering dream can leave you feeling confident and optimistic the next day. The potential applications are huge. Imagine a musician using dream tech to spark new melodies, or an architect finding a breakthrough design for a building in their sleep. We're not just talking about feeling good. We're talking about using our 8 hours of sleep as a powerful tool for personal growth and problem solving. While the technology is still in its infancy, there are already early adopters and researchers sharing some fascinating anecdotal evidence. We're hearing stories from people using wearable devices that emit low-frequency sounds, who report having more vivid and thematically consistent dreams. One user described how they were struggling with a creative block in their writing. After using an app that played sounds associated with exploration and discovery, they dreamt of navigating an ancient library and woke up with a flood of new ideas. Another case study involves a veteran who used a device designed to promote calming dreams, which they felt helped reduce the frequency of their nightmares. It's important to stress that much of this is still anecdotal. We're a long way from double-blind, peer-reviewed studies that definitively prove you can order up a dream on demand. But these early experiments are paving the way. They're like the Wright brothers' first flight. It might not have been a transatlantic journey, but it showed that flight was possible. These pioneers are helping scientists understand what works, what doesn't, and what the real-world effects of this technology might be. They are the first explorers in this new, digital dreamscape. Of course, the moment we start talking about influencing the subconscious, we step into a complex ethical labyrinth. The line between positive optimization and unwanted manipulation is incredibly fine. Think about it. If a company can help you have a pleasant dream, they can also theoretically plant other ideas in your head while you're most vulnerable. This raises the question of consent in a whole new way. Can you truly consent to something when you're unconscious? What happens if a dream engineering algorithm has a bug? Could it lead to unintended psychological consequences? like creating new anxieties or blurring the line between dream and reality. There's also the risk of dependency. If we get used to having perfectly curated, positive dreams every night, could we lose our ability to cope with the natural, sometimes messy, landscape of our own minds? Our dreams, including our nightmares, often serve a purpose. They help us process emotions, fears, and traumas. By sanitizing our dream world, are we robbing ourselves of a crucial psychological process? And then there's the big question. Who holds the keys? Who is designing these dream engineering algorithms? Right now, it's mostly startups and research labs. But what happens when big tech and advertisers get involved? Imagine a future where you dream about a particular brand of soda because a company paid to insert it into your subconscious. Or what if political ideologies could be subtly promoted while you sleep? The motivations of those who control this technology are critical. Will it be used purely for the user's well-being? Or will it become another tool for commercial and social engineering? These aren't just far-fetched Black Mirror scenarios. They are serious ethical questions that we need to start discussing now, before the technology outpaces our ability to regulate it. We need to establish clear boundaries and safeguards to ensure that the journey into our inner world remains a personal one, guided by our own intentions, not someone else's agenda. Let's peer into the future. Imagine a world, maybe 20 or 30 years from now, where this technology is mature and widely available. On one hand, you have a utopian vision. People use personalized dream engineering as a standard part of their mental health routine. Therapists prescribe specific dream programs to help patients work through trauma in a safe, controlled environment. Students use it to consolidate learning and enhance memory. Artists and innovators tap into their subconscious to unlock unprecedented levels of creativity. It becomes the ultimate tool for self-improvement, helping us become healthier, happier, and more fulfilled versions of ourselves. This future is incredibly appealing. It's a world where we've finally unlocked the full potential of our own minds, even while we sleep. But there's a flip side, a more dystopian possibility. In this version of the future, our dreamscapes have become commercialized real estate. We are bombarded with subconscious advertising, our innermost desires manipulated for profit. Social media platforms now offer dream-sharing features, but they also harvest our dream data to sell to the highest bidder. And Dream Score might even affect your job prospects or your insurance premiums. Access to beneficial dream programs becomes a luxury for the wealthy, creating an even wider gap between the haves and the have-nots. This isn't just about economic inequality. It's about a new kind of neurological inequality. The future of our dreamscapes could be a powerful force for good, but it could also become a playground for exploitation. The path we take will depend on the choices we make today. This brings us to a crucial point. As this incredible technology continues to develop, what is our role and what are our responsibilities? This isn't just a conversation for scientists and tech CEOs. It's a conversation for all of us. We need to demand transparency. We have a right to know what data is being collected from our brains and how it is being used. We need to advocate for strong regulations that protect our mental privacy, just as we have laws protecting our physical bodies and our personal information. We may need new laws to protect the sanctity of our own minds. We should also support open-source research and community-led initiatives to ensure that this technology is developed in a way that benefits everyone, not just a select few. And on a personal level, we need to be mindful consumers. We need to ask critical questions about the products we use and be aware of the potential trade-offs between convenience and control. The future of our dreams is, in many ways, in our own hands. So, we're left standing at a remarkable crossroads. The ability to architect our own dreams is a concept that is both thrilling and terrifying. It touches on our deepest desires for control, happiness, and self-improvement, but also our deepest fears about manipulation and loss of autonomy. The journey into engineering our inner worlds is just beginning, and the implications are truly profound. It forces us to ask fundamental questions about what it means to be human. What is the value of an uncurated, spontaneous thought? Where is the boundary between the self and the technology we use to enhance it? There are no easy answers, but as we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, it's a conversation we must have. What would you do if you could choose your dreams? Think about it. The future of your subconscious might depend on it. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive into the world of dream engineering. It's a topic that's going to become more and more relevant in the years to come. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that explores the intersection of technology, science, and the human experience. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What are your hopes and fears about this technology? Let's get the conversation started. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.